Hi, my name is Andrew Greenberg, and I'm a financial advisor here at LPA Strategic Capital. The topic of today's video is college savings and 529 accounts. 529 accounts have become the most popular way to save for children's college educations because of higher contribution limits. The basic way it works is that an individual can contribute up to $15,000 a year, so that's $30,000 a year for a couple, into a child's 529 account. And this account will grow tax-free so long as the distributions are taken for only qualified educational expenses. Besides these higher limits, there are a couple other reasons why 529s have gained in popularity, and they really relate to the flexibility of the 529. And when I say flexibility, I mean two things. The first is flexibility in the way the distributions can be used. Most people think of college savings and they think about saving for college tuition, and that is certainly one major way that a 529 can be used, but it can also be used for vocational education. It can be used for night classes, and it can even be used for elementary or secondary education if you send your child to a private school or a charter school and you want to meet the tuition needs from the 529 account. It can be used to buy books that are required from these classes, and it can even be used to pay for a computer so long as your child is using that computer primarily for educational needs. And it can even be used for internet connectivity and educational software. So there is a lot of flexibility in the way that the account distributions can be used. The other way in which it's a flexible account is in terms of the beneficiary. Say your child decides not to go to college or gets a scholarship, and you don't need these 529 funds for college tuition. You can change the beneficiary to somebody else within your family. Well, interestingly, from a financial planning standpoint, you can even perhaps change it to someone outside of the same generation. So say you have reached midlife and you're doing fairly well and your child doesn't need these 529 funds. You could perhaps continue to let that grow in the 529 account on a tax-free basis and use it to fund your grandchild's education. And that's a pretty compelling possibility, and it just goes to show how flexible these 529 accounts are in terms of changing beneficiaries. These 529 account rules may change at any time. They're constantly being updated and reviewed by the taxing authorities. But for now, 529 accounts offer the most compelling opportunities for college savings.